Is chemistry my linchpin for developing a Tanis Infinity Diet? Today's Wednesday, 5 August 2026, and here I, Tanis, she, her, hers of Seattle, revisit, is 2026 AD. Okay. Here I, Tanis, she, her, hers of Seattle, revisit the concept of a Tanis Infinity Diet, caloric overabundance, and muse about if chemistry would be my linchpin in developing an infinity diet if it were possible for my physiology / anatomy. So I've kind of talked about like that a little bit before, so this is kind of like being like, let me actually just focus in on this and make a video and address the topic. So this is like, you know, there are certain people who say they can eat whatever and not gain weight, and I'm not that person. So so then I'm like, okay, so if I had an infinity diet, like I could eat anything and not gain weight, what would that actually mean? It'd be a very Tanis thing, right? Because I don't have what they have. All right, so the 10 ounce to 1.2 pound squirrels may have been known to eat more than persons I lived with in my time as a stay-at-home adopted daughter. Adjusting their intake for my body weight, I could eat like 132,000 calories per day for maintenance, and yet that does not happen for me. No. Also, they might want to eat more living with me and my soulmates indoors. Indoor/outdoors and/or outdoors. So how does it come to be, if at all, us being able to eat a lot and not gain weight? So I was like, this is like taking a concept of being able to eat anything and not gain weight and being like, let's put it through a room. Is it possible, scaled for, right, that'd be Native American wildlife of a Native American ethnicity I share. Okay. So there's that too. So how would caloric caps work? Counting of calories or analogous for determination / definition of overabundance. Then perhaps this infinity diet only works if / when overabundance is tracked. My infinity diet of my design would ideally include an on-off switch so it did not function all the time. Yeah, I don't always want to eat a lot of food. I enjoy like what I eat and how much I eat and stuff like that. So this is kind of I'd say it's like essentially there's me eating normally and then like a way to turn on the Tanis Infinity Diet would be like, you know, this is okay. Thinking through, ruminating, pondering, I think is essentially like I have to eat more than like maintenance or whatever it is for the or weight loss or whatever it is for the day, and to not gain weight I have to track the overabundance relative to what my goal for the day is. So if my goal is weight loss, then cut it there and track everything over that. If my goal is maintenance, then cut it there and this is like track everything over that number for maintenance or weight loss or whatever as overabundance. And so essentially then I can eat whatever I want. I'd have to track it, however. And it could be fun to track and self-experiment with nutrient overabundance. So does it not count above a certain point? Perhaps part of the definition of the Tanis Infinity Diet. So this is thinking, so there's calories, but there's also like, if not calories, is there particular like nutrients like that correspond with the chemistry, the chemistry of food, you know, that like, do I stick with the Tanis diet? So it's like essentially calories. Oh, and it's, you know, I got it right for me and my physiology or anatomy of like, you know, like vitamin C, calcium, and iron. Right? It's like in addition to having to track caloric overabundance, do I have to track certain chemical elements of food, so to speak? And so it's like, and then it allows for the proper contextualization of, do I really want to, you know, do that kind of tracking for a particular day? Do I really want to turn it on for the day? That kind of thing. So it's not just some blanket magic, eat whatever you want, I want and not gain weight. No, it requires being tuned in and tracking and that kind of thing. So can I give it to my human and non-human offspring? The critters are like, you know, but then how does tracking work? You know, we got great magnetic brains for tracking. Does that count? And then a bonus. So let's say I could develop this, or I got it from my god Hades. He was like, you are blessed, or whatever, you know, or here's a gift for you. what through hiking trail do I try it out on to make sure it works? So like, okay, I got it, but like, how do I know it works? And there's like, okay, I ate one day, but could I do it like day after day after day in a place where like, it kind of like really allows me to like try it out and make sure it works. So like Buren Way, it's in Ireland, I've mentioned it a number of times, Irish soda bread, 4 days.